Second preseason game in the books, and unfortunately, we didn't get the victory. What is up, Finn fans? Second preseason game in the books. Miami Dolphins unfortunately lose this one 15-13 to the Raiders, who are 3-0 in the preseason. Dolphins are 1-1 now. Missed field goal by Sanders. There was still like a minute and a half left, and then the Raiders just knelt on it. Dolphins had 2 timeouts, and they were like, we're going to get out of here before any more of our cornerbacks get injured. But yeah, Nick Needham and Keon Crossan got banged up. I don't know the extent of the injury as me recording this right now. But again, we have no corners. The depth behind our guys are just getting thinner and thinner. Nick Needham, it was like a finger thing. Like it looked like he like dislocated his finger, and then they kind of like popped it back in. So that's something, you know, I don't think is going to be severe. The Crossan one, he got banged up again. It didn't look. Both of these injuries didn't look as bad as Trill Williams, where you knew, crap, this is bad. So I'm hoping it's nothing, especially with Nick Needham. Going to jump into it. We're going to talk about it. Tua did 2 drives. Some, again, that don't like Tua are going to come out and tell you it was bad. I think it was good. I think Tua did well. I think Tua, and again, these are reasons. Coleman was garbage. I'm gonna jump right off and say Coleman was garbage. You know, the Dolphins get the ball on their first drive on offense. Tua's in there. He goes to do a pitch to Edmonds. Coleman doesn't even block his guy. Tackle for a loss, and then Tua now is starting his drive 2nd and 14. So he's put in a hole. And you know what he does? He gets him out of the hole. He gets the first down. He converts on a few passes. I'm going to break down film. I think it'll be out probably tomorrow night. So I'm either going to release it late tomorrow night or Monday. But I'm going to break down film looking at Tua. I think Tua did well. Again, some of you guys are upset because he didn't show anything that we haven't seen before. Of course, it's preseason. But I think he did well. Before I get too far ahead, let's look at some stats. Skylar Thompson, 9 for 10, 129 yards, 1 touchdown. He had a 152.1 passer rating. Fantastic day by Skylar Thompson. Teddy Bridgewater, I will talk about Teddy Bridgewater. He went 10 for 9, 119 yards, 1 sack. No touchdowns or anything, a 68.5 passer rating. Tua Tagovailoa, 6 for 8, 58 yards, no sacks, 94.8 passer rating. Then when you look at rushing, still wasn't that good. Savon Ahmed, 5 carries for 20 yards. Myles Gaskin, 4 carries for 12. Quandre White, 1 for 4. Chase Edmonds, 3 for 3. It was just bad. And then you look at receiving here, Eric Izukoma, 6 catches, 114 yards. 34-yarder, that nice long one over the middle. But Braylon Sanders, 3 catches for 40. River Craycraft, 2 for 32. Mike Gesicki, 3 catches for 27. He was targeted 6 times. And I'm going to talk about that because he dropped 2 from Tua that he should have definitely caught. Preston Williams, 3 catches for 22. Chase Edmonds, 2 for 21. Quandre White was the only touchdown. Nice little drop off to him. He took it the rest of the way. Defense did all right. Again, we'll get back to, I did it quarter by quarter. So the first drive on the defense, I think the defense gave a ton of pressure to the Raiders. Sealer with a sack, a lot of pressure. Noah Igbenogany, he looked bad, and I'm trying to give him Austin Jackson and Tua, those 3 first. I'm like, I need to see something from them this year. And just all preseason and joint practice with the Bucs, just looking like bad. Slant route, he was like 5 yard, 4, 3, however many yards off. Just let his receiver go. Even on the touchdown, like he's just consistently out of place and consistently looks lost. And it was a horrible pick at 30. So many better plays we could have took at 30, even at the time when I was like, who? I'm not giving up on him quite yet, but it's not like I'm at the point where I'm like, this doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Andrew Van Ginkel with a nice tackle for a loss. Again, the team played without Hill, without Waddle, without Armstead. Melvin Ingram didn't play. I think Noah Ogba was in there for a little bit. Christian Wilkins was in there. And when those guys were in there, we got consistent pressure up front. But they didn't go against Carr. They didn't go against Devontae Adams. Xavier Howard didn't play. Byron Jones didn't play. So a good amount of our starters weren't in there. But the defense, I still like the pressure they got. Like I said, offense came in. First run, huge tackle for a loss because of Coleman. Nice conversion from Tua, getting them, from 2nd and 14, gets the first down there. Third down pass to Gesicki. And again, I'm going to break this down when I, when I get the film. It hit him in the chest. He had a defender behind him, and he had a defender maybe about like 2 or 3 yards in front of him. The ball hit off his chest, and his head was facing the opposite. So Tua was over here. He was looking this way at the defender, and the ball hit him in the chest. He threw that before. Essentially, it's like T.O. said when he was talking about, catching passes. You want to turn, and there's the ball. That's what Tua did on that third down. It hit him right in the chest, and I'm like, you got to catch that, Gesicki. But that first drive, I wasn't a big fan of the play call. There was some RPO in there. I think they could have done a little bit better with that play call on that first drive. And then the defense, they got themselves a nice 3 and out. So, again, I'm very happy with the defense. Then a nice run by the offense. Got a few nice runs in there, nice throw. The second drive, there was a play where Tua drops back. He has time in the pocket. He looks to his left, then he looks in the middle of the field, and there was nothing, and then he found Gesicki to his right, essentially his check down, and he got him the ball. He had enough time there to go through his progressions and got to his third guy and dropped the ball off. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. He had time in the pocket. They marched all the way down to the 24-yard line. I was loving it. I'm like, all right, they're getting the methodical here. He's making the throws. We get some little bit of a run game going. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Unfortunately, it was, 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2 or something like that. And we try to run it 2 times in a row, get nothing. And then it's 4th and inches. Like I'm telling you, it was the clip of the first down marker. 4th and inches, offsides on Coleman. Completely kills the drive. We kick the field goal. And I had somebody in the chat during the live stream. I was like, somebody asked me, how do you think Tua did on his 2 drives? I said, he did good. He didn't look horrible. He didn't look bad. I think he did good. He did good with the plays that were called to him. He made his progression. He made the throws. I think he did good. And someone said, well, he didn't score. And it just made me laugh. He didn't score, so that he looked bad. Really? Because he's throwing it to himself. And he's blocking for himself. And he's handing the ball off to him. It just made me laugh that he didn't. The reason why he thought he did bad was because he didn't score. It made me laugh. It was a good one. It was a very good one. And the defense came out in 7-3 at this point, and good tackling. Tackling looked much better from last week's. They were really wrapping up their guys, really bringing them down. Gustin got a sack, very nice sack off the end. Then Teddy Bridgewater came in. He took the ball over, I think on his own 7-8 yard line. Tried to run it. Then they tried to play action. He rolls out. And he's trying to get away because, again, the quick pressure off the right side if you're the quarterback. Quick pressure. And he just tries to throw the ball away. Unfortunately, it's intentional grounding in the end zone. Safety. And that's how it became 9-3. It's just it was bad. Then defense comes out. Nice pressure again. Alexander's now in there. The Mackenzie Alexander, who he picked up, showed how it's done to cover a slant. Breaks it up. The offense comes back in. Craycraft was cooking. Really liked what I saw from him. Gesicki, 3rd and 11. Hits him in the chest, and then he goes and he drops the ball. First off, why is Gesicki still in there? This was almost end of the first half, and Gesicki's still in there. But he drops another one. So it wasn't even just with Tua. It was also with Teddy Bridgewater. He drops one. And then, unfortunately, Gaskin fumbles. And then, essentially, it was the end of the first half. Skylar Thompson comes in. Like I said, Skylar Thompson did really well. Some of his passes, again, if I'm going to be a stickler with Tua and if I'm going to be a stickler with Teddy Bridgewater, because Teddy Bridgewater He looked like, again, that safety I'm not blaming on Teddy Bridgewater, but he kind of looked off a little. Skylar Thompson looked really good. Again, 9 for 10, 129 yards on the touchdown. But some of his passes were a little underthrown, like the one to Izukoma, where he kind of had to come back for it. If he would have led him better, that might have been a long touchdown, and people would have praised him. But Skylar Thompson looked good. The thing is, right, we're very happy with Skylar. I'm very happy with Skylar Thompson. I honestly think that he's playing well enough to be the backup quarterback. I think he's playing better than Teddy Bridgewater. But again, he is playing against third and fourth stringers, right? He came in middle of third quarter, but he's playing good. He's making the throws, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. So I kind of I'd prefer him right now as the backup. Again, but I don't like to ride this hype train. But also, I'm really liking the way he looks, especially Eric Izukoma, 6 catches, 114 yards. It's hard to judge what you have when you go up against talent that isn't top talent in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Because Skylar Thompson and Eric Izukoma balled out in the fourth quarter. The Raiders starters didn't even play. So by the time you get to the fourth quarter, it's like, who's on the field? You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm seeing a lot of good out of Skylar Thompson. I'm seeing him go through his progressions. I'm seeing him throw the ball down the field. I'm seeing him make these throws. And I kind of want him to be the backup. But Teddy Bridgewater is like guaranteed $6.5 million. So unless they can trade him, I don't see Skylar Thompson. Again, to get Skylar Thompson to the practice squad, you have to waive him and then put him on the practice squad. That transition there is terrifying because someone's going to grab him. He's been putting on really good tape these past 2 preseason games. Someone's going to grab him. But then once he's on the practice squad, every week you can protect 4 players. So they'll consistently keep protecting Skylar Thompson. It's just you have to get him to the practice squad. Me personally, I think he should be the backup. Some people on Twitter, which are making me laugh, think he should be the starter. No. Not because he doesn't deserve it, but it's just come on, guys. Come on. But the Dolphins lost. The offense was stagnant. First team offense. But again, the first team offense didn't have a few of their starters, but then the second team, there was snapping issues with Connor Williams again. There were snapping issues with Dieter. You put up 13 points against backups in the Raiders. Again, the backups and the backups, but Tua and some of the starters couldn't. They moved the ball down the field the second drive to the 24-yard line, but you needed to put up more points than just 3. We'll see how they do against the Eagles. I don't know if Tua will play against the Eagles, especially friggin' Needham and Crossan go down. But overall, I think the first team did well. I think Tua did well. I'm not sitting up here and saying Tua lit it up and Tua is the best and you shut all you people down. No, but if you come on here and you tell me he did horrible, Skylar Thompson should be the starter, I'm going to ignore it because it's just, you're not looking at football. You're looking at, I don't like Tua, so I'm going to just be overly critical of him and not look at the team. Same thing with Skylar Thompson. Oh, he's so much better than Tua. Not looking at the team and who they're facing. I'll just say that. Again, I love Skylar Thompson. I think he's doing fantastic for he's a 7th round pick. He's doing fantastic. He should make the roster, in my opinion. I think he should be the backup to Tua. That's my opinion. You might think I'm being dumb, but I think Skylar Thompson should be the backup to Tua. And I think Tua did well. Again, I'm going to break down the film tomorrow. Probably late tomorrow night you're going to get the film breakdown. I'm just going to break it down and I'm going to put it up. We'll do Tua's drive, and then I'll look at some of Skylar Thompson because I really liked what I saw from him. Maybe even we'll look at the safety. I'm not going to look at defense. There's nothing really on defense. We're just going to mostly do offense. But comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Try to be objective. That's all I'm going to say. Try to be objective. Try to be unbiased. Take your preconceived notions of these players and let me know what you think. Look at the team, right? Look at what everyone had. Look at certain situations, penalties. Look at the team and comment below. Let me know what you guys think. But other than that, I will see you tomorrow night. Like I said, probably like 11, 12 o'clock. I'm just going to record it and release it. Film breakdown of this. It's going to be fun. But other than that, like usual, stay classy. Offense up.